following program is a presentation of the Hilltopper Sports Satellite Network, produced by Hilltopper IMG Sports Marketing. WKUPBS will return to this channel at the conclusion of the program.
Coach's Corner with Jeff Brohm has been brought to you by Bluegrass Cellular, the official wireless sponsor of WKU Athletics. By Interventional Pain Specialist. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Enjoy life and stop living with pain. By the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to move over for emergency vehicles. By Kentucky Legend Hams. One legend folks can rely on. By the Medical Center, the official healthcare partner of the Hilltopper IMG Sports Network. By Pizza Hut, the flavor of now. By South Central Bank, home of the official debit card of WKU Athletics. By Taco Bell, because sometimes you gotta live Moss. By UPS, from figuring it out to getting it done, UPS can help. More information at solvers.ups.com. By US Bank, all of us serving you at US Bank. And by WKONA, the official team physicians of WKU Athletics.
Welcome to the Coach's Corner, presented by Bluegrass Cellular, the official wireless sponsor of WKU Athletics. Coach, an unfortunate loss against LSU, 48-20, but the score wasn't a great barometer of what happened in the game.
No, I thought our guys came well prepared. They were ready to compete. They went out there, they played hard the entire game. We gave them a battle for a while. It was close there until midway through the third quarter. Then some things got out of hand with some turnovers, and we gave up a few big plays. But really liked the effort of our guys, and we felt like we had a chance.
And, Coach, talk about the surface. I got a chance to get out there. It was about 3 inches of water on that football field. Yeah,
it was an unusual game. You know, I've had some that have been wet and it's been raining. But, you know, when you talk about a torrential downpour before the game, heavy rain during the game, it was tough conditions. So I was proud of our effort in those conditions. We actually threw the ball and caught the ball fairly decent for those conditions against a very good football team. But it was an interesting game and hard elements. But it was that element for both teams, and they just found a way to win.
And talk about how difficult it is to grip that ball, throw it as a quarterback, and also catch the ball.
Well, it's really tough. You know, I thought Brandon did a great job with that. You know, he's got big hands. He's a good passer. He was able to adjust quite a bit well with the wet ball. It's tough to catch as well. But overall, for our passing game to put up those numbers against a very good defense in those conditions, I thought they executed and did a good job.
Okay, Coach, thanks so much. We'll be back to you after these messages.
Bluegrass Cellular's faster data speeds and more complete coverage keep you connected to your community, no matter where life takes you. Whether you're exploring your own backyard or forging new paths across the country. Talk better, text better, play better, and share better. Here, there, and everywhere. Bluegrass Cellular, your community expanded.
People ship all kinds of things.
But what if that thing is a few 100,000 doses of flu vaccine?
That need to be kept at 41 degrees.
While being shipped to a country where it's 90 degrees. In the shade.
Sound hard? Yeah.
Does that mean people in Laos shouldn't get their vaccine?
We didn't think so.
From figuring it out to getting it done.
We're here to help.
I like that Passport's right here in Kentucky. That's why I choose Passport.
We choose Passport because there's no cost to us.
I choose Passport because they helped my mom get the care she needed.
We choose Passport because of her.
Why will you choose Passport? Call 1-800-578-0603 and choose Passport, a proud sponsor of WKU's Hilltoppers with Heart. Passport Health Plan. We take the time to care.
One of the best parts about actually having an event at the WKU Augustine Alumni Center is the staff that you get to work with.
The staff is very accommodative, very helpful and friendly, make sure that we have everything that we need.
The WKU conferencing staff is just wonderful to work with and so accommodating.
I would definitely recommend the Nicely Center. It's just a great place to hold meetings, to supply the needs that the companies and businesses around this area need.
We could not more highly recommend this location and the conferencing and catering system to meet all of your needs.
South Central Bank is a locally owned bank that cares about you and our community, too.
Working with South Central Bank has been a great experience for us because they are a locally owned bank.
They have been very responsive to what we need. I see the people that I know from the bank out in the community. They come to our business, we come to theirs.
So they understand our business and our needs.
They have been very good and tried hard to keep our business.
South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. Member FDIC.
Bowling Green Country Club is one of Kentucky's oldest and most respected private clubs. Our active and vibrant membership has helped establish our heritage and tradition since 1913. Banquet facilities, pool, tennis courts, pro shop, traditional golf course, and recently remodeled clubhouse are services available to our members. We offer full, social, junior, senior, out-of-county, and corporate memberships to create a well-diversified, family-oriented environment. We welcome you to become a member of our family and make Bowling Green Country Club your home away from home.
This week's injury update is brought to you by WKONA. They want you to know where to go. Welcome back to the Coach's Corner, presented by Bluegrass Cellular, the official wireless sponsor of WKU Athletics. Coach, I mean, we started off really great at the beginning of the game.
No, I thought we did. Our defense came ready to play. We were able to contain their running back, who's a great running back, and did a good job of forcing some 3 and outs. Our offense took a little while to get going, but the first half to end up 14-7, we felt like we were in good position for the second half to ready to come out and compete and try to win the football game.
And was that the strategy? Because we held him for under about 150 yards for Ned, and he's been averaging 200 all season.
We tackled well in the first half. We hit him, we wrapped him up, we hit him low, we got him down. That was important. Really, you take away the big one, long pass play that got him all the way down, then an interference call in the goal line that got him down to the 1 yard line. That's really how they got their second score. So our defense played well in the first half. Unfortunately, we wore out again in the second half, and they were able to score some points, and it was due to some turnovers and them just making some big plays. But I really liked the way our guys competed, and we were ready to go. You know,
were you surprised, especially how well their quarterback played throwing the ball?
Well, I knew they were 6-0 for a reason. They've always been great on defense, good on special teams, just offense they haven't been up to par. Their quarterback has been playing well. He hadn't turned the ball over one time all year. He's been able to throw the ball fairly accurate up the field. They do a lot off of play action with their running game. He's been able to run the ball occasionally at times. So his efficiency has been crucial to their success, and I think because of that, that's why they're a better team. He definitely hurt us. He threw for a lot of yards and threw for some big plays up the field, really not on a lot of passes, but just from big chunks. We weren't able to contain that.
And Dijon Brown had a great game. He had 9 tackles.
Dijon's a good football player. He plays tough. He understands the game of football. He came ready to play. He's a big physical presence for us. He can run as well, and I thought he did a very good job.
Nick Holt definitely held his own. He had 7 tackles, and we're there in a couple of crucial plays.
Yeah, I thought Nick Holt, Dejon Brown, T.J. McCollum, our 3 linebackers, all played well. You know, those guys are going to have to tackle, be in the right spot against a good running team, a good running back. They did that. We were able to bring him down quite a bit. I think it was his lowest rushing total of the year. So I thought our linebackers played well.
And that type of surface, I know because I was down there and the rain was so thick, like a couple of 3 inches. How hard is it to play in that?
Well, it's tough, and especially to throw the ball and those type of things. But it may have slowed them down a little bit, really, to be honest with you, because the field was so wet. We were able to contain them fairly well throughout the game. Other until late in the game, he broke off some runs. But I thought our defense played well against the run. Unfortunately, we gave up some big passes, and the big passes is what really hurt us.
And Brandon Dowd has still had a really good game, thinking about it. 37 attempts, 61. He was 37 out of 61 with over 300 yards passing.
No, I thought he did a good job. That's a good defensive team. It's a good secondary, a good front, one of the best in the country. To throw for that many yards, be efficient, throw for 3 touchdowns, the 1 interception, the receiver fell down, so it really wasn't completely all his fault. So I thought he did a good job. Really managed the game well, was in control, played with great poise, showed the type of senior leader and senior quarterback he is and why he's one of the best in the country.
Taywan Taylor had another good game, shows up always and made some outstanding plays, 10 catches for over 100 yards.
Well, he's got a lot of versatility. We've tried to move him around quite a bit now. He used to just be playing on the outside. Now we have him on the outside in the slot in the backfield. Try to find a bunch of different ways to give him the ball because he's a dangerous guy. He can change it into second gear when the ball is thrown deep. He can make yards after the catch. So if you throw it to him underneath, he does a good job because he's a strong physical runner. But he comes ready to play every day. He practices well. He's a competitor. He's definitely one of our leaders on the offensive side.
And you know, Brandon, throughout the game, had enough time. The offensive line did a great job with protection and throwing the ball.
Yes, when you give up only 1 sack and 61 attempts against that defensive front, that defense, you're doing something right. And our offensive line, that's where it starts. They do a great job. Those guys were big and athletic and tall up front. They did a good job of keeping them out. Our quarterback does a good job of getting the ball out of his hand quickly. That helps as well. So all those things factor into it. But yes, our offensive line has been playing hard and tough and don't get enough credit because they've been doing a good job every year, every game.
And you think about it, you ran the ball pretty well. I mean, off with Furby and Wells, you got a couple of good runs.
Well, we did. We had over 100 yards rushing. Thought those guys ran pretty hard. We broke a big run down to the goal line to get us 1 touchdown. So that part of our game has been improving, and it has to be an important part to win.
And you talk about it all the time, the turnover battle. How big of a difference does that make?
Well, unfortunately, we have 2 losses, and both we lost the turnover battle. And as small as it may seem, it's a big thing, and we've got to make sure we're doing a good job with that.
Okay, Coach, now to the play of the game. Coach, what a great play. It left the receiver wide open.
Well, this was a big play for us. LSU came out, and they started the half with a field goal, went up 17-7, and we had to respond. I think it was the fifth play of the drive. But really what we did here is we put Taywan Taylor, number 2, in the backfield at the running back position just to kind of attract their attention. We added a speed sweep motion. And while we don't consider this a trick play, it is kind of a special play to just try to confuse them and create some misdirection. So we did that. We put them in motion. We just called it wide middle. So it's basically everyone going vertical. And with the speed sweep motion, number 2, our receiver running out of the backfield on the little rail route, we had Antoine Grant pop wide open up the seam. Really, it was uncovered, just created a little confusion. It was a big touchdown for us because it cut the lead to 17-13.
And they have a lot of young people in the secondary. What type of, the type of defense they were playing?
Well, they're a big quarters team, and if not, they play man. But they were in their 4-cross look, and when we created this misdirection, they got a little confused. They jumped our tight end. 3 people jumped Taywan Taylor in the flat, and then left our Z running wide open for really an easy touchdown, which those are always good to get.
And you know, those easy touchdowns are difficult, especially when you're wide open. How hard is it to concentrate on that football?
Well, that's a good point. He was wide open. Luckily, Brandon threw the ball with good touch, put it right there where he didn't have to adjust a whole lot, and did a good job of looking it in. You know, Antoine Grant's gotten a lot better at the deep ball, and this time he did a good job of catching it and scoring.
Thanks so much, Coach. We'll be back to you after these messages.
This WKU Football Legends feature is being brought to you by Kentucky Legend Ham. One legend folks can rely on. From 1995 through 98, one of college football's greatest option quarterbacks dazzled the Hilltopper faithful and drove opponents delirious with his amazing running and playmaking skills. Willie Taggart was the perfect engine for Coach Jack Harbaugh's option-based offense, as the Hilltoppers won 24 games over his final 3 years as starting quarterback. He not only finished his career as Hilltoppers' all-time leading rusher, but left the Hill as college football's all-time leading rusher from the quarterback position. Taggart returned to Bowling Green as head coach in 2010 to inherit a very young FBS football program. His recruiting ability and tenacious competitive nature added to a group of young players that turned the football program's fortunes around in his 3 years as head coach here at WKU. This WKU Football Legends feature is brought to you by Kentucky Legend Ham. One legend folks can rely on.
With Pizza Hut's $6.99 any deal, I can get a meat lovers and they can get all the fresh vegetables they want. No more compromise.
Bring home the flavor with America's no compromise pizza deal. Get any 2 medium pizzas with any quality toppings, any crust, any specialty, just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Bluegrass Cellular's faster data speeds and more complete coverage keep you connected to your community, no matter where life takes you. Whether you're exploring your own backyard or forging new paths across the country. Talk better, text better, play better, and share better. Here, there, and everywhere. Bluegrass Cellular, your community expanded.
Hi, I'm Betty Thompson. A healthy digestive system can help you maintain a healthy weight and make you feel more energized. A great way to get your digestive system in balance is by eating a cup of delicious, flavorful yogurt every day. Mixed with fruit, nuts, or cereal, it makes for a wholesome, nutritious breakfast or a tasty midday snack. It's low in fat, low in sugar, rich in potassium, calcium, and vitamin D. For recipes or more information on healthy dairy products, visit our website.
For your orthopedic needs, contact the caring physicians at WKONA at 270-782-7800.
Bowling Green Country Club is one of Kentucky's oldest and most respected private clubs. Our active and vibrant membership has helped establish our heritage and tradition since 1913. Banquet facilities, pool, tennis courts, pro shop, traditional golf course, and recently remodeled clubhouse are services available to our members. We offer full, social, junior, senior, out-of-county, and corporate memberships to create a well-diversified, family-oriented environment. We welcome you to become a member of our family and make Bowling Green Country Club your home away from home.
Hey Big Red, thanks for coming to my IGA tailgate. I always wanted to know what it was like to tailgate on the hill, and this is the only time I could do it. Our fans sure are lucky that they get to tailgate and compete in the IGA Tailgater of the Game promotion. I wish I could win because you know how much I like to win, but someone has to coach. So Hilltopper fans, I challenge you to become the IGA Tailgater of the Game. And be sure to get all your tailgating essentials at your local IGA, the official grocer of WKU Athletics. Go Tops!
There's only one way to get a gold PS4. And that is not it. Grab a Quesarito or Volcano Quesarito Big Box for your chance to win a limited edition gold PS4 bundle only at Taco Bell.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner, presented by Bluegrass Cellular, the official wireless sponsor of WKU Athletics. Coach, we talked about it, and the defense came out, and the offense did well too. How these guys were ready to play against LSU?
Our guys were up for it. This was a great challenge for us. We were looking forward to the opportunity to play a team of this caliber. And this year they were 6-0 and one of the top 4 in the country, and I think now they're number 3. So it was a great opportunity for us. Our guys were ready to play. Our defense did a heck of a job in the first half. They played physical. They made tackles. They did a good job, and I was happy to see their performance in the first half when they played to their capabilities.
And you know what? In the red zone, offensively, we did extremely well because we were 2 for 2 in the red zone.
We've been pretty good in that area. We got to keep doing that. But anytime you get close, you got to be able to score touchdowns. That's what's going to help you win, not field goals and not turning the ball over and getting no points. So we try to be aggressive. Our guys concentrate, and they know when they smell the end zone, we want to get it in.
And this year, the defensive line has been a big difference. It would stop, you have more beef up front, and these guys are making big plays.
Well, I think those guys work hard, and we've added to the mix with John Morris now, who's kind of leading the charge up front, and Omar Brown is another big guy we added to the mix. And then you had our guys from last year, Brian Shorter, DT, and then we even rotate a few other guys in there. And at the defensive end position, you've got Gavin Rocker, and he's been doing a heck of a job. He's our leader on that side of the ball. Derek Overstreet's our other end, who's been playing hard, and we rotate in Reeves and Robinson. So I think the ability to play a lot of guys helps us stay fresh. We probably need to do it even a little bit more because I think we've been wearing down in the fourth quarter against big physical teams, which sometimes happen. But we have the guys up there. They've been giving good effort, and hopefully they keep improving. And especially G-Money is starting off, and he's been a pretty good force on the team. Well, G-Money Brown's a guy that, yes, I did mention there, that really does a good job for us. He's very smart. He can read blocks. When he gets in there, he normally creates and makes plays. And he's also another leader for us who was with us last year. He got injured, was out some of the spring, but he's been doing a good job. And I think just his attitude is contagious. His work ethic is. He really wants to win. He likes to compete, and he's a good guy that all the players respect and like. What type of leadership role does he play with the D-line? Well, I think he's one of those leaders that leads by example. He's not only an excellent player on the field, but a good person off the field. All the players want to be around him. He cares about this team. He wants to win. He's willing to do his part, whether he has to play a whole lot in the game or maybe sometimes he's got to rotate in there. But really just is a great leader. He's somebody you want on the team that's going to help your team win and always brings out the best of our players.
Okay, Coach, now to the feature with G Money Brown.
My name is G Money Brown. I play defensive tackle. I'm a senior, and I'm from Mississippi. What got me to playing football was my neighborhood that I come from. Everybody plays it. It's a way of life, so that's what got me into it. There are a few people in my family that played football before me. A few of my uncles. My granddad played before. That's probably about it. The reason I chose WKU was because I feel like it was the best situation. I enjoyed the campus. I enjoyed the coaches. And it was overall a good vibe. The best thing about working with Coach Brohm is that he's a real player's coach. He's easy to talk to. He gets into you sometimes, but for the most part, he's a really good, calm, laid-back coach, and he understands his players. The thing I like about WKU as a whole is the friends I've made here, pretty much. It's been great meeting all kind of new people from different parts of the world, as in California, Kentucky, Florida. That's been the best part about it. Winning the Bahamas Bowl, for me, it was big because I always wanted a championship ring. It was obviously a great experience to be down in the Bahamas, that great experience, that great resort. And then to play in the game against another good team on national TV, it was great. My favorite memory from being in the Bahamas had to be all of the water slides. And probably my favorite memory from the actual football game would be the last play of the game when they went for 2 points on the last play. My personal goal that I want to accomplish is just play the best that I can play and win a conference championship and win a bowl game. As a team, I would probably say the same thing. It's to win conference, win a bowl game, and be the best team in Western's history. The way that I prepare for a game is I listen to a lot of Lil Wayne and a lot of T.I. My addiction to Monopoly would be, I would have to give it to my auntie and uncle when I was younger. You know, they always played it with me, and it's kind of like a family thing. And I was just one of those people that just stuck with it, and I never want to stop.
As the presenting sponsor of Hilltoppers with Heart, Passport Health Plan is proud to serve Western Kentucky University and Hilltopper fans across the state with all their health care provider needs.
Bluegrass Cellular's faster data speeds and more complete coverage keep you connected to your community, no matter where life takes you. Whether you're exploring your own backyard or forging new paths across the country. Talk better, text better, play better, and share better. Here, there, and everywhere. Bluegrass Cellular, your community expanded.
All workplace offices can be stressful, some more than others. So you can imagine, if this was your office, you'd want people to slow down and move over. Every day, emergency professionals put their lives on the line just by showing up for work. When you see a service vehicle or a car in distress, slow down and move over. In Kentucky, it's the law.
Great catch! Yes! That's what I'm talking about! First down!
Football season is right around the corner.
Great catch! I love how you do it.
And Time Warner Cable Sports Pass has you covered with all the football you can handle. With NFL Red Zone from NFL Network, enjoy every touchdown from every game Sunday afternoons, all on one channel. Plus, watch all 16 live Thursday night football games on NFL Network. Upgrade to Sports Pass for only $8.99 more per month. Call 1-844-519-3773. Time Warner Cable.
I like that Passport's right here in Kentucky. That's why I choose Passport.
We choose Passport because there's no cost to us.
I choose Passport because they helped my mom get the care she needed.
We choose Passport because of her.
Why will you choose Passport? Call 1-800-578-0603 and choose Passport, a proud sponsor of WKU's Hilltoppers with Heart. Passport Health Plan. We take the time to care.
Being a new father is absolutely fantastic. You know, as a new parent, one of the greatest joys you have is holding your child, and I couldn't stop a burning sensation like in the right side of my shoulder. The thing that I most appreciate about having gone to IPS is being able to use my hands without having numbness. To experience the relief from pain, I would do it 1,000 times.
Interventional pain specialists. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional.
Bowling Green Country Club is one of Kentucky's oldest and most respected private clubs. Our active and vibrant membership has helped establish our heritage and tradition since 1913. Banquet facilities, pool, tennis courts, pro shop, traditional golf course, and recently remodeled clubhouse are services available to our members. We offer full, social, junior, senior, out-of-county, and corporate memberships to create a well-diversified, family-oriented environment. We welcome you to become a member of our family and make Bowling Green Country Club your home away from home.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner, presented by Bluegrass Cellular, the official wireless sponsor of WKU Athletics. Coach, now we're back into conference play against ODU.
Well, there's a lot of season left to play, and this is an important game for us. Anytime you go on the road in the conference, it's a game that you got to try to win. ODU's a team that played us well last year, really had a chance to beat us if it wasn't for an interception. You know, they've got a good running back, a good receiver that both those guys hurt us badly last year. So we've got to be ready to play. And, you know, Coach Wilder's done a good job there. They've got great fan support. They enjoy coming to the game, and we're going to have to be ready to play in order to win.
Coach, you talked about great fan support. They have sold out in the last few games.
Well, you know, you can tell we study them a lot on video. When you look up in the stands, it's a packed house. So I'm sure they'll be into it. You know, it's going to be a good football game. They always do a good job at home. They have a good record at home. They play well in front of their home fans. So our guys are going to have to be ready to go, and we hope that you know, we put the last game behind us, and we understand there's a lot of football to be played in front of us, and it starts with this game right here. So I think our guys will be up to the challenge, but we have to play hard, physical, play tough, and find a way to win.
What is the biggest challenge that they have on offense?
Well, I think on offense they have a good running back. He was a freshman last year. He's leading the conference right now and rushing for him this year. He's hard to tackle. You know, they spread the field with him a little bit different than LSU. They're going to spread the field, put their guys in open space, and hand the ball to him, and he does a good job. And then they have a big physical receiver on the outside. He torched us last year, made a lot of big catches. When you go one-on-one with him, he's got some size and some range where he's tough to press, and he does a good job of getting open. So those two guys are their biggest threats. We have to find a way to contain them.
Okay, Coach, we'll be back to you next week on the Coach's Corner.
Coach's Corner with Jeff Brohm is being brought to you by Bluegrass Cellular, the official wireless sponsor of WKU Athletics. By Interventional Pain Specialist. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Enjoy life and stop living with pain. By the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to move over for emergency vehicles. By Kentucky Legend Hams. One legend folks can rely on. By the Medical Center, the official healthcare partner of the Hilltopper IMG Sports Network. By Pizza Hut, the flavor of now. By South Central Bank, home of the official debit card of WKU Athletics. By Taco Bell, because sometimes you gotta live Moss. By UPS, from figuring it out to getting it done, UPS can help. More information at solvers.ups.com. By US Bank, all of us serving you at US Bank. And by WKONA, the official team physicians of WKU Athletics.
The preceding program has been a presentation of the Hilltopper Sports Satellite Network, produced by Hilltopper IMG Sports Marketing. WKU-PBS will now return to this channel.